The exit of Esperance River into the sea seems like a peaceful place where seagulls idly balance their chairs on pontoons, pass the time. The island that clots this river exit was not so peaceful 7 years ago, but that is not evident today. So even whilst the two victims involved still suffer from the trauma, the river simply delivers the water from the mountains to the sea as if the whole event never happened. And the seagulls just balance their chairs. This is the story of the trauma of Rabbit Island. A retracing of steps that led to the abandonment of two innocents in the wild by their ruthless and careless guardian. For the sake of anonymity, we shall just call the boy, aged 9, boy. The girl, aged 11, girl. And the adult, Ding. On a day much like this one seen here, midsummer, temperatures by day near 30 and dropping to a low 17 at night, Ding anchored his boat around 50 metres from the shore. During the night, winds would gust up to 3 knots, yet were calm as he abandoned both children ashore. It was true the children had water. Yes, they had had a cooked meal ashore. Yes, they had multiple snacks to get through the night. Yes, they were dressed in outdoor clothing and had extra swimwear, towels and footwear. Yes, they had two-way radios and first aid and were trained with both. Yes, they had been shown how to construct shelters. Yes, they were doing it by choice. But they were being abandoned in the wilderness, without shelter overnight, and the pressure to obey was immense. Even at this innocent age, they were extremely capable. So after erecting quite formidable shelters out of the local flora, they decided to celebrate with a swim. Even with specific water shoes, nothing to prepare them for the harsh environment that lurked beneath the surface. Few will forget the chilling cold that came upon the airwaves that night. Thing, this is Girl, over. Girl, this is Thing, go ahead. Thing, boy has cut himself on oyster swimming and is bleeding, over. Thing responded ruthlessly. Is it bad enough to need me to come in, or do you think after cleaning it up you can bandage it and stay, over? There was a very noticeable pause, then Girl calls back. No, we are okay, over. Put Boy on, over, Thing demanded, Boy speaking through tears. Thing, it's Boy, over. Boy, are you sure you are good enough to stay, or do you need me to come in, over? Boy responded with a broken sentence separated by sniffles. No, we will be okay, over. Again ruthlessly. Okay then, have a good night. Thing out. With no choice from then, on, they forged their way inland to the pines and to their very basic shelter. So today we retrace the steps on that island. And quite surprisingly, after all this time, I actually come upon the still remaining ruins of that once atrocity at the base of the pines. Trees may have sprouted and grass may have grown. The skeletons of their shelters lay collapsed, still in place, telling the story of their hardships still. One can only imagine the crawling denizens of the earth they kept company with on that dark and soulless night, as they shivered in naught but their clothing. Meanwhile, I can only marvel at the audacity of Thing, hundreds of metres away, reclining on his floating futon, watching YouTube as those in his care had suffered so. Yet the ingeniousness of these children remains impressive. Such formidable structures have stood the test of time, and one can only have sympathy for these poor abandoned children, as they withstood the evil intent of all the encroaching vermin and beasties that desperately tried to get them. For me, it is different. I can simply leave. I do not have to stay in these shelters of sticks and bracken. I can trek the long and arduous trek back to my boat, there at my dinghy, and then my boat within minutes, leaving the fear and the trauma behind. I can only glance back at the horror it must have been. Them alone, yet together in the bush, with only the chocolate to comfort them. Still, now only the rubble remained. Girl and the boy survived and grew, and Thing was banished. So I was feeling a bit like Magellan, navigating up through some narrow little channel there in the kayak. I don't know if you can see it, but there's sticks and debris all through the river to about there, and then there's this little channel. As I said, I was feeling pretty wild and capable. Just gonna get the boat around. That's until Noticed all these guys come up here.
beat it out. All the cats jump up and shout. They all do the dig in the jungle. Boys with big rings in their nose, gals with everything but clothes. They all do the dig in the jungle. Any place your old face might be looking, you may see a missionary cooking. That's the land where love runs wild. You won't be no angel child when you do the dig in the jungle. Lions and tigers get that way when they do the dig in the jungle. High Selassie's Gypsy Rose, Unit 16 Major Bose, they all do the dig in the jungle. It's so grand to understand their lingo. Grab a chick that's slick and holla bingo. You will find your every dream coming to you on the beam when you do the dig in the jungle. Dig in the jungle, jungle dig. Dig in the jungle, jungle dig. Dig in the jungle, jungle dig.
It's sort of a path through there. Might have been good to wear pants, or at least bring pants in the kayak. So here's a rock wall. What does that mean? Anything? Yes, means it's a brick wall in the world of blackberries now. The only way I'm going to get to that house over there is by kayaking straight up to that side. Another day, too late today. This is all head height blackberries here. The house is out that way. See a windmill over there. This is just a sea of blackberries in between. Yeah. This was obviously once the corner of a big paddock, rock wall. So it goes down that way. That way. And it's just absolutely covered. I'll just throw this thing down there so you can see perspective. That's there. I'm standing on top of this. This is up here. So yeah, a lot of blackberries here. Right time of year. Step through the land of thorns.
I've seen a lot of sights and traveled many miles, shook 1,000 hands and seen my share of smiles. I've caused some great concern and told one too many lies, and now I see the world through these subtle jaded eyes. So what if I threw a party and all my friends are there? Acquaintances, relatives, the girls who never care. You'll have a host of rowdy hooligans in a big line out the door. Side by side with Sister Bar, Chief Wells and Bobby Orr, and invite the Flanagans. Replace the window you smashed down. I'd apologize to Sluggo for pissing on his couch. I'll see Mrs. McAuliffe and so many others soon. I'll say I'm sorry for what I did sleepwalking in her room. So what if I threw a party and invited Mamonito? through the door. Maybe they'll feel bad for me and the stiff will finally score.
You've got the bet already.
And the nerve and courage too, cause I've been slugging from a stash of Desi Quayle's 1980s bathtub brew. Nobody bury me with an enemy in Mount Calvary. You can stack me on a fire and soak me down with whiskey. Roast me to a blacking crisp and throw me in a pile. I could really give a shit, I'm going out in style. You can take my ear in the bed where I spread my ass is all about it. You can bring me down to Wally Beach and dump the sucker out. Burn me to a rotten crisp and toast me for a while. I could really give a shit, I'm going out in style. You may bury me with an enemy in Mount Calvary, or you can stack me on a pyre and soak me down with whiskey. Roast me to a blackened crisp and throw me in a pile. I can really give a shit, I'm going out in style. You can take my ear in the bed, race for my ass is all about. Bring me down to Wally Beach and dump the sucker out. Burn me to a rotten crisp and toast me for a while. I can really give a shit, I'm going out in style. Bury me with an enemy in Mount Calvary. You can stack me on a pyre and soak me down with whiskey. Roast me to a blackened crisp and throw me in a pile. I can really give a shit, I'm going out in style. Take me in the bed, race for my ass is all about. Bring me down to Wally Beach and dump the sucker out. Burn me to a rotten crisp and toast me for a while. I can really give a shit, I'm going out in style. Swear my ass is all about. Dump the sucker out. Toast me for a while. I'm going out in style. Hunker down, yo. Well, Christ was married on the cross. My father was married to my mother. I am married to a cigarette butt lying in the gutter. I am married to a cigarette butt lying in the gutter. Oh, that's too bad.
Maximum wave can be twice the forecast height. This report contains no wind warnings for today, but 3 wind warnings for tomorrow. Please
You just starting to get the blues. Yeah, the blues. I said white man. You just starting to get the blues. The blues. The blues. Sing it. Raise and bones, are we finally alone? Raise and bones, are we finally alone?
A strange place for a tennis court.
There was a friend of mine on murder, and the judge's gavel fell. Jury found him guilty, gave him 16 years in hell. He said, I ain't spending my life here, I ain't living alone, breaking the rocks on the chain gang. I'm breaking out and heading home, gonna make a daybreak, and I'm looking towards the sky, gonna make a daybreak. How I wish that I could fly, all in the name of liberty, all in the name of liberty. Got to be free. Let me out of here. 16 years. Having more than I can take. He said he seen his lady be fooled with by another man. She was down and he was up, had a gun in his hand. Bullets started flying everywhere, and people started to scream. Big man lying on the ground with a hole in his body where his life had been, but it was all in the name of liberty, all in the name of liberty. I got to be free. I gotta break out. Heartbeats, they were racing. Freedom, he was chasing. Spotlights, sirens, rifles, firing, but he made it out with a bullet
this